Hey, happy Wednesday. How's it going? Hey, I know that there's a few people even watching this today that are suffering. And my entire life has been devoted to helping people who are suffering learn how to not suffer. And so today, I know last week I went on this 15-minute rant about how great my book is, and while it is great and it's a tremendous value, today we're just going to talk about one little page within chapter 5, which is the chapter on boundaries and how to establish boundaries if boundaries is a foreign concept to you like it was to me. But on page 62, the page is entitled Saying No, and then it's one of the worksheets. So it's there's worksheets in each of the chapters. Some chapters there's more than one that are optional to do. But on page 62, we talk about saying no, and then I've left room for you to fill in learning how to do a time audit. And it seems like time is a very precious, it's my most precious resource. And it seems like it's kind of evolving, especially in business circles, as nobody has time. Everybody's swamped, everybody's busy. So I've created this way that you can literally just go in and write, like physically on the page, the 10 things that you spend the most time on. And is it possible that you can automate one of those things or many of those things? Is it possible you could hand that off to somebody else? And is it possible to stop? The average the average person spends over $200 a month on streaming services. 223 to be exact. Is that something that you could, I know for me, I went back to the drawing table when I read that, and I was like, man, I do spend more money than I realized on TV that I rarely watch. So I was able to stop a few of those things, which saved me time and it saved me money. But for me, time is everything. I'm an entrepreneur. If you haven't read Robert Kiyosaki's Cash Flow Quadrant, I would highly recommend that book as well. But it talks about entrepreneurs and investors on one side of the four sides. They're on one side, and the other side is employee and business owner. The tax codes are written for entrepreneurs and investors, and you can become one super easy, even without money. It's a mindset shift. It's a mindset perspective shift and change. So you go to page 62, you take a time audit of the 10 things that you spend the most time on. And then, is there a way that we can automate those things? Is there a way we can hand off to somebody else, or is there a way we can stop? So as an entrepreneur, time is money. So if I can pay somebody, $20, I'm just talking in hypotheticals here. Let's say $100 to come over and do, household chores or, clean my house or whatever. Regardless of how long that takes them, that's time that I don't have to spend doing that. So I'm absolutely going to hand that off to other people. The other thing is what can you automate? It takes some thinking outside of the box when doing a time audit, but it's super helpful, and it's a great place to start when you're bringing up the boundary conversation. Boundaries with our time are most important boundaries that we probably set. So I'm going to keep it short today. Those of you that watched the 15-minute rant last week, God bless you. But if you haven't read the book, page 62, time audit. What can we automate? What can we delegate or hand off? And what can we just stop altogether? Well, I hope that you have a great Wednesday. Again, there's people suffering right now. If you're not one of those people, do you have any extra left over that you could give to somebody else to make their day brighter? Can you give a warm smile to somebody or just hold the door a little bit for that stranger? It doesn't have to be big, but we're all in this together. And there are people here that will help you in ending your suffering. Okay? I'm so grateful for you. I believe in my tribe, and that's the reason that I show up every Wednesday, regardless of how I feel, for you. And I'll continue to do that because I believe in you. Thank you for being part of my journey, and we'll talk again soon, okay? Have a great week, everybody.